I drove for over 2,000 miles to stay at the most liminal spacey hotel ever, the Stanley Hotel. The goal for today is to explore the very liminal, very spooky Stanley Hotel. If you didn't know, the Stanley Hotel is what inspired the Shining book to be written, and you'll see where that inspiration comes from in this video. Our day started in Rapid City with the liminal Taco Bell that we went to in last episode, so we decided to get Taco Bell again for breakfast. I also got a coffee there, and it tasted like mud. I actually think I got poisoned. But the food was actually really good. Taco Bell breakfast is underrated, if you know, you know. But we left Rapid City and we headed west to Colorado because the Stanley Hotel is there in a place called Estes Park. Now, if you weren't tapped in somehow, Stephen King stayed a single night at the Stanley Hotel many moons ago, and he was inspired to write the Shining book from the surrounding area and the hotel itself. And the aura and atmosphere of that book and sort of the movie were taken and inspired from his stay here. And let me just say, it was indeed very strange to be inside this hotel. We arrived in Estes Park at the hotel at nighttime. We saw the Stanley, and it was illuminated by a very ominous red light. And on top of that, the bells were tolling the second we got out of the car. It felt like a movie scene. But we carried our luggage to the front, we checked in, saw the beautiful ornate lobby, this old world design. It was great. I felt like I was in medieval times or something like that. There were bars and live music and famous people doing book signings, I think. But we didn't have time to experience all the nightlife of the Stanley Hotel. You see, we had empty hallways to walk through at 3 a.m. because that's the content that YouTube wants to see. So at 3 a.m., in classic fashion, we took to the hallways and quietly explored the 4 stories of the Stanley. It was so quiet that it hurt my ears. It felt like they were being clogged with silence. If you want all the footage and the entire documentary about this day, check out the video on my YouTube channel because it is truly weird to see. The air inside the Stanley is thick and heavy. There's no AC, and I swear I could have cut the air with a knife. The floorboards creaked with every step. The staircases cracked and swayed. There was random chairs and mirrors everywhere. It was literally the dream liminal space. Someplace where nothing ever ends or begins. And just the energy of being inside this old hotel, it felt haunted and strange and foreign to me. The Stanley Hotel is probably my favorite stop so far on this trip, just because of the energy that I felt while walking around the liminal hallways there. Take a shot every time I say liminal. We got in bed, and we got about 35 minutes of sleep that night. And we were up and at 'em at 5 a.m. the next morning to head over to Utah to visit the liminal space stop sign image. Tune in tomorrow for that.